Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK Journey video. So in today's AFK Journey video, we are going to talk about Twilight Essence, which is the red color essence over here that you guys use to upgrade your EX weapon from level 16 to level 25. So this stone used to be really rare in the pre-season, but with the release of Song of Strife itself, if you guys have been playing consistently and if you guys have been getting decent ranks on a daily basis, you should have a stash of Twilight Essence accumulated. So in today's video, I will cover where you can get these stones, right? How can you maximize the power up that it gives to your account? How can you use it efficiently? And then what are the units I prioritize in terms of my Twilight Essence upgrade with my own rationale, obviously. So without further ado, let's start with the very first part, which is where can you get these resources? So for those of you guys who are in the pre-season, there's only two ways you can get the stones now, right? Number one, it's from the shop by purchasing the packs containing these stones, right? That's number one. Number two is from the Champions Arena, which I'll show later on. But if you're in a Song of Strife season, the other way you can get it is from the Supreme Arena. And as you guys can see over here, if you guys are in the top 1500 ranking, you will be able to at least get one copy per day. So I think Supreme Arena resets on Monday and Tuesday, so there's no Supreme Arena on Monday and there's no rewards on Tuesday, so it starts from Wednesday all the way to Sunday, right? So that is about 5 copies per week if you're at least 1500. So depending on your rank itself, obviously you're gonna get more stocked up. So for me, I used to have a stash of about 400 plus, but I recently use it to power up some of the units in my account, which I will share later on, so don't worry too much about that. So for this one, it's from the Supreme Arena side. The other area you can get the redstone is from your district dream realm. So this is only available for your seasonal dream realm, right? So right here from your district ranking rewards, you can get it at least if you're in the top 500 on a daily basis. So 7 if you're in top 500, and then way more if you're in the top 20 or even the top 50 range. So that's for the different sources of your Twilight Essence. So with regards to the Emporium shop itself, you can get it from the Champions Arena store. As you guys can see, 4,500 coins for 5 copies. Generally, I wouldn't advise people to go for them because it's just not very valuable in terms of the coins that you spend, because within this shop itself, there's just so much more important stuff that you can or you should be spending your arena coins on. Number one is obviously the Stellar Crystals for your Celestial Hypogeum units, which are usually really powerful, right? They are all decently strong in different areas, and you should be saving up for their summoning currency so you get easier accessibility to this unit, right? So that's for the arena store side. And then for the S level side, in terms of the characters itself, even though not all of them are good, but there are some really strong ones, so you should probably be spending your excess coins on these units to get them up to Supreme Plus, or even push them towards the Paragon tier, so you get way more boost from that other than the percentage increase in stats from the Twilight Essence. So what does this Twilight Essence do? How much stats does it give, and what benefit does it give to your account? This one I'll explain now. So for this Twilight Essence itself, you can only use it if you have at least EX weapon 15, because if you are EX 10, for example, let's just say if I go into a unit with EX 10, so for example, to measure right here, for you to upgrade your unit from 16 to 25, you need to actually upgrade all the way to EX15 first. So EX0 to EX5 is the blue color Tidal Essence. EX6 all the way to 15 is the yellow Temporal Essence, as you guys can see here. And then that's where you go into the EX16 to 25 range, which is the red color Essence that you guys saw earlier. So in order for you to even use it, you need to already have EX15 units. And in terms of the upgrade that it provides, it's just 0.5% stat across 4 different stat lines every level. So this is consistent even from level 20 onwards. So this is 15 to 16, 0.5% for 4 stats. So 2% stats per level, and then that will be 20% stats if you upgrade to it to EX25. So I'm going to go into the EX20 portion. So this is my Iron EX20. So same thing, right? Even if I upgrade it every level from 20 to 25, it will still be just 2% stats per level. So it is impactful if you're able to min-max your character from EX16 to EX25 because it's like 20% stats. It's quite big, and yeah, it's sort of split between attack, defense, magical defense, and HP, but generally it's gonna like make that one unit you upgrade a lot more powerful. But one thing to note is that the cost to upgrade the weapons, right, from EX16 to 20 is 25 per level, and then once you reach the level 21 mark, as you guys can see, that's 50, right? And this will actually increase. So I'm gonna log into my other account to showcase to you guys what it looks like. So upgrade from 24 to 25. Okay, so we'll go to the account first and let us go. Okay, so right here I have another account with a EX24 bow for our dear Merrily right here. So you guys can see on screen the cost to upgrade from 24 to 25 is 150 red stones. So from 20 to 21 is 50, and that means that the increase of this Twilight Essence needed to level your weapons increase exponentially for the 21 to 25 range. So it costs a lot more because from 16 to 20 it's like 25 per level. So for most cases you guys should probably just upgrade your units EX weapon from 16 to 20, like what I do on my main account. So the reason why I was experimenting on this account is because I was just curious like how much stones we actually need, and as you guys can see, it's a lot. I didn't actually do the math from 21 to 24, but I think it's probably like 500 Twilight Essence, so it's really a lot, and it's not worth that additional 2% stats, right, across the board per level unless you are a mega whale that can get a lot of different Twilight Essence through the different means by purchasing as well as getting top ranks. If not, upgrading your EX weapon to EX20 for your most used units will be the way to go. Okay, so we have come to the last part, and that is how should you be effectively using this Twilight Essence. So I follow 3 criteria, and hopefully these criteria applies to you guys as well. Number 1, right, the EX weapon skill from EX10 to EX15 must be very impactful, because there are certain units where their EX weapon skill is not so impactful on them, right, in terms of upgrading it from EX10 to EX15. So you would be wasting 200 temporal essence just for the additional stats, which is what I don't recommend. So for example, for Alma's case, right, yes, I think EX10 all the way to EX15 gives him a little bit more stats as well as damage, but it won't be as impactful as the likes of, for example, Freyesto, which gives you one more illusion, right? So there is a difference between EX10 and EX15. So the very first criteria is that EX weapon that you're trying to upgrade must be decently powerful at EX15 in the first place, right? The additional stats is not going to do much if the additional ability that you gain from EX10 to EX15 is not game changing. So that's criteria number 1. Criteria number 2, it must be a unit which you use a lot, or is very flexible in terms of usage, or is gonna be used for a really long time. So these are units which are generally like very versatile. They are used in arena, PvE, Dream Realm, AFK stage pushing, battle drill. So units like Iron, Arden, Skalita, Hewin, they are pretty safe picks. So for me, my EX20 units are Freyesto, Shakir, Merrily, Skalita, Carolina, Hewin, as well as Iron and Arden. So as you guys can see, these units are quite frequently used. And for Shakir's case, like I mentioned earlier, is because of the impact of his EX weapon skill. Because being able to transform at 700 energy compared to 800 energy is massive, and at the same time Shakir benefits a lot from all the stat lines, because this unit is a frontline damage dealer, right, which is anti-control. So the additional percentage of stats on him matters together with the EX weapon 15 ability. So I just decided to upgrade him to EX20 because I'm finding a lot of success in using him to counter the control comps. So there will be some units which you upgrade because you just want to use them a lot. For example, for me is Shakir, but most of the time it should be on units which are very versatile and very meta in the game. So units like Arden, Iron, Skalita, they are very safe picks. Even other Celestial Hypogean units, they are pretty safe pick as well, because their power level is really high. In general, most of the Celestial Hypogean units, they are really powerful and they're used a lot. but depending on your own account, right, depending on which units you have invested and which one you use the most, some people might even go for EX20 torrent. I think EX20 on torrent is okay, but I generally feel that there are better choices out there, despite torrent being one of my most used units. But the additional 2% stats is not gonna matter too much on torrent, in my honest take, because this unit is really tanky, right? I don't think the additional stats is gonna benefit him too much, although if he is one of your strongest unit in your account and you are using him a lot, you can consider him as well. So depending on your own account, depending on your own usage frequency for the unit, you decide which EX weapon to upgrade from 16 to 20. Don't upgrade from 21 to 25, at least if you are a normal player, because the cost increase tremendously in terms of the Twilight Essence, which is just not resource efficient for most people in the game itself. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, right? Hopefully it answered your doubt in terms of how to use your Twilight Essence, as well as this is the video for you to start clearing your Essence stockpile, because I know a lot of people would have a lot of these red stones stocked up, because you actually get more red stones than yellow stones from the game itself right now, from the Song of Strife season. So I know a lot of people have it stocked up. But thank you very much for tuning in as usual. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more AFK Journey videos from the channel, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye guys!